My mic is.
Tell them, are the cameras
My
on?
mic is on. It's on. No, it was on.
Are the cameras on? Is that camera? It's, I'm looking right at it. That's the turn.
You guys got to get a little closer.
There.
And James and Joe, you need to snuggle up under the blanket. All right. We're at it. Pattison Ave Phanatics Show. In studio by ourselves.
We're live!
Crazy Al let us in studio by ourselves.
We're live! Welcome to the shit show.
Already chaos.
Oh, my goodness. Yes. I would say what? 90% of the crew was pushing the borderline of being late for the show, but Willie Gunn's got him here safe and sound.
Can you hear me?
Got.
Hear my mic?
I can hear you.
All right, awesome.
Yeah. No, I think we're good. If we have any mic issues, Al will text me and I will adjust accordingly, but I think we're all right. Listen, we want to thank everybody for tuning into the first show back as our Pattison Ave Phanatics crew here in the Edge of Philly studios. We're, again, super thankful for these guys. I wanted to, before we get the debacle of this day kicked off, Fantees. Fantees.com. Look, it's around Christmas time. These T-shirts make great gifts for that sports fan in your house. And you get 20% off if you use the promo code Edge of Philly. And to back up that Fantees gift, give somebody your Edge of Philly sports hat here. Green and cream, black and white, charcoal and red, and charcoal and orange. I like the charcoal.
I like the hat you got on right now.
I was going to say, is that
Yeah.
the hat you have on now?
Yes, that's a hat I have on
It's
right
hot.
now.
Oh, it's a nice hat.
Wait, thank you.
I would
And
rock that.
before we get into our show, I'd like to talk about some of the other shows here on the network. You got your Broad Street Bullies podcast, Bird's IQ, and Philly Press Box Radio. Three of the best. I've listened to all these shows. Broad Street Bully guys, they bring a little comedy in with the sports knowledge. Bird's IQ, those gentlemen get you either fired up or try and talk you off the ledge, depending on what the Eagles do each week. And Philly Press Box Radio, they always have top-notch guests. My man Chet and Bill, those guys are holding it down, doing things right. You got Bird's IQ are on Sundays at 7. Broad Street Bullies are on Sundays at 8. Philly Press Box Radio Wednesdays at 7 p.m. And, of course, the Edge of Philly Sports Show at 9:30 p.m. on Wednesday nights. Also, Lax Philly, those guys, if you like lacrosse, you will love Lax Philly. Got to give those guys a listen, for sure. With that said, good God, let's start this show.
Okay.
All right. So I did not purposely, because I want raw, not thought out.
Once again, that's what we do. That's what we do.
I want raw, not thought out emotion when it comes to answering some of these questions. And we'll go around,
James.
and we'll go around the table. I
Can
think
you do this, James?
I,
You ready for this?
I think James is ready.
James is always ready.
I hope
James
you're
knows
ready.
more sports than anyone.
You smell like a brewery, and you look like you're hurting, my friend. What did you do last night?
I'm not hurting. I feel great.
You look like you feel great. I'll drink to that. Cheers,
I-
Willie Guns. I'll have a beer with
I
you.
had quite a few beers for my birthday.
All
man.
right.
Even though my birthday's Monday.
I was going to say, your birthday
Everybody knows Friday and Saturday and Sunday are the days.
and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday.
No, Monday I gotta relax. My daughter has school and stuff.
You're
This is
good.
my weekend.
You're good, man, Willie Guns.
It's
Well, yeah.
my
So,
weekend,
what are you
Bieber.
turning 37 or 38?
38.
Oh my!
I wish I was turning 37.
So we got.
I didn't even read the stack yet. Young buck.
That'll
I
give me
got
another
till the summer before I hit the 4-0, Joey. So you and Rob are in 40 land
Well,
by
even
yourself.
if you just take it easy for your birthday, I won't. You're one of my boys.
Ah.
So I'm gonna party.
So you mean you'll have a party with me not there, like you used to do when
maybe
we were
we'll
young?
FaceTime.
No, we got cut out.
We might
We got
FaceTime.
cut out.
We got
Yes.
cut out for the corona. We're all good.
Oh,
We'll
man.
FaceTime,
with you with
Tom.
shorts
Me and
and
TK will
flip-flops.
FaceTime. We've had good times on FaceTime, man, with Instagram and shit.
We got
Oh, man.
we got one with you with Will's undergarment.
It's
His
Me
white
and you
undergarments
watching that
look
Eagles, no, the Sixers game, Tom.
yes.
We were bombed.
Shorts and
I
flip-flops in
remember.
the snow. We have that one.
Oh,
That's a fan favorite.
what, that cutout?
Yeah, the cutout.
Nice.
hilarious.
All right, let's get into this. It's just this nightmare of an Eagles season. Every time you think it can't get any worse, you see headlines.
Yeah, but we're not like that.
Well,
Which is a lot of story headlines.
We're not. Yeah, but we're not like those headlines. They jump off the bridge real quick.
I just hate to tell you, I feel sorry for Carson.
I do too.
feel
I do
bad
too.
for Wentz.
His
I love you,
Instagram and
Wentz.
his
I
family.
do feel bad for him.
Even Aaron Rodgers feels bad for him, man.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is a superstar.
And the other thing too is that
He's an X factor in John Madden, man. 21.
And the
You
other
play
thing,
Madden 21, he's an X factor.
and the other thing too is that like everybody, like I think it was like 4 players that were saying that this is not Carson Wentz's fault, And I think it's I don't think it's actually. To tell you honestly, I think he's in a small spot, and I think he's in a tough position because like Jalen Hurts is right on the side. He's got to worry about like, oh shit, if I fuck up, Jalen Hurts is going to come in, and now that's the case.
We'll send this question around the table. If you were Doug Peterson, would you have sat Carson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now hold on. Let's start with Joey. So yes, you would have sat him. How long would you have waited to sit him? Would you have sat him right around the same time Doug did, and why?
No, I would have sat him earlier. I would have sat not even just earlier in the game. I would have sat him in a game game or two prior. I would not have just sat him then. I would have set the tempo. I think the wheels were off the bus well before Doug sat him. So I think that you needed to send the message earlier because I think Carson is a superstar, but I think he's got that mentality that he's going to go out there and perform like a superstar every time. But here's the problem. When you're not performing statistically and when your performance is not reflecting your ability, then you start to question, is it my fault? Is it someone else's fault? I mean, Jason Kelsey came out earlier in the week and said that it's not just on Carson, it's on all of us. And, at least I can be grateful that Kelsey actually is taking some responsibility because I went in on him last week. And I'm not backing down from that, but like with Carson, I feel like I would have benched him probably halftime of the Giants game. That second Giants game because I would have set the tempo because by the halftime of the Giants game, we were still in the game. If Hurts came in, it sets the mentality that, okay, I'm giving you a whole half, bring us back, unite the team again. And for Carson, it's saying, okay, maybe I need to evaluate myself. Someone asked Carson the question, Donovan had a situation where he had to sit and to kind of get his headspace right. The reporter asked Carson, do you think that's what you need to do? And Carson said, no. Well, I disagree. I think you do need to get your head right. And because I still think he's a superstar. I don't think that the talent goes away in like a snap of a finger.
Right.
I think his ability is still there. It's a lot of the other things that are falling apart around him.
There are a lot of factors. And it sounds like we're trying to make excuses when we start talking like that. But think about all of the factors that's up against this guy, from injuries to players around him, to players in front of him, to, all of the things that attack your psyche as a professional athlete. He's dealt with pretty much everyone, from injuries to people trying to take his job to look. And this city is not easy to play in. This city is not easy to play in, especially if you're struggling.
Tom, not easy. It's the worst.
It is. It is.
We're the worst.
It's the hardest
city
to play in. It's
it's definitely one of the toughest.
In any sport too. It's not just the Eagles.
No.
And once you play bad, it all fucking goes downhill.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I'm saying?
He's having one base.
Yeah, and right now it seems like they're trying to run Carson out of Philly.
Yeah.
And I'm not for that.
No,
I'm not.
If I was Carson, I wouldn't want to play here.
Carson, if you can listen to a show until he supports you, it's this one.
I mean, listen, like I said, the ability's still there. Here's the problem.
You
If
just
you
don't
have-
lose your ability overnight.
No. But if you have a situation where you're getting hit so much, he leads the league in being sacked.
And he gets
also
right back up. He gets
Leads the
right
league
back
being
up.
hit and hurried. Too.
Right, hit and hurry. That's what I was going
He's
with.
shell
too.
shocked.
This is a guy that's not just under siege. He's already underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
the submarine is
If he
down.
would have played the whole season and you kept him in, he probably would have got hurt.
I'm surprised he's not hurt
Definitely.
already.
I think part of
I
the
agree.
pension ain't just about the play of him. It's also
And
to
who's not-
protect him.
And who's not to say he's not
Embiid?
playing hurt?
Really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if he is?
And who's not to say he's not playing hurt?
Again,
Indeed.
It counts. It counts.
counts.
Sorry, Joey. We got to have a little fun here. Inside joke. Sorry, folks.
That's
All
for
right.
our Golden Crown listeners.
James scores it.
GC.
Would you have sacked Carson? If so, when? If not, why?
You know, it's like a yeah, no conversation because it's like, yeah, I mean he's playing bad, but it's like I don't know how to say it without sounding harsh, but he hasn't played great football the last few weeks, going back to 3 months now, and it's like it's sad to see him playing horribly, and I think it was the right time to bench him because it'd probably get his mind right, and if they know when the time is to bench him, so I don't know if it's I can't explain it because it's like I wish Jalen Hurts came into the game and be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna like just play just this one game and be done with. But it's like I'm not blaming Carson Wentz because that offensive line's been horrible all year, you know.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
it's like he's basically trying to do too much because he's seeing pressure and he's probably seeing ghosts, and that's the sad reality is that he don't know how to accommodate to the pressure, and I think it's becoming too much of him. And everybody's like saying, "Oh, he has a baby at home. Oh, he has a wife at home." We all do, you know. It's like,
Oh well, except you, but that's fine.
not there's anything wrong. with it.
No, that's fine. No, but he just said we all have.
Hey,
Joey-
Joey's a new father
Joey
now.
was quick to jump
Yeah.
on James for
Joe,
that
he
one.
didn't-
Whoa.
He didn't mean the
No
show.
offense.
He meant in general.
No, I'm but
People that
But
are
I hear
like
all the
him,
callers
and they
calling.
have babies,
Joe,
you know?
no, I'm calling.
I'm glad you jumped all over young James. Got to keep him in line.
My
That's
bad, man.
dirty. Joe.
Look,
Come
that's-
on, below the
That's
belt.
that's
It's
fine.
too
That's
easy.
fine. I'm not telling you have to rush. Believe me, I'm not.
No. I got a lot of time on hands.
No, James, come be a parent. It's fun.
Oh,
come on.
I'm
come to
missing
the
out on
dark
the
side.
greatest time
Yeah,
of my
get-
life.
Just get all your sports talk out now, bro.
What are you?
Yeah.
Are you 25? Is that
25, going to
Yeah.
be 26.
You
in
should be
February.
out. You should. I can't even. You should be out doing right now.
Dude,
25.
I'm one year away from not getting health care. What are you talking about?
You should be playing beer
Let's
pong,
just
flip
all
cup,
do
and,
like a
cornhole.
flashback of what we were doing when we were 25.
Yeah.
This without microphones, but with beers. exactly what we were
Joey,
doing.
I mean,
know
I should
one
be
thing.
worried. I
You
should be
couldn't see what we
enjoying
were
my
doing
life
when
at
we were
25. I'm not worried
25.
about my life at
Am I right,
25. 'cause
brother?
it's-
Right.
You know what I mean?
We
I mean, the
killed
Kenny
it,
Chesney
Joe.
song like lives my life. You know?
I love Kenny.
James, you're here now.
And
So
that's-
we're going to
yeah,
give
we
you
talk-
that
Oh,
life
Yo, so
that you never had.
But back to my point is that with Jalen Hurts thing is that, I mean, who knows if he? I mean, tomorrow's going to be a big challenge because Cameron Jordan is going to he's going to say, oh, you're going to tell me that he's going to come in and say, oh, he's just a rookie. I'm going to play not my hardest. He's going to be like, no, I'm going to kick his fucking ass.
yeah, so
Here he goes.
our buddy,
James F-bomb.
our F bomb,
Part of my
James,
friends
James
again,
F bomb is his new nickname. So our buddy Deal checked in on the text board here. Benching Carson doesn't help his trade value, so I don't believe that that's the initial goal. Is it more of a white flag for the season, hoping for good draft picks? It takes the heat of this season off of him and lets him start fresh with new people next year.
All
right,
it's
let's
how we
get-
try to save his ass.
Let's
It's
get
how we try to save his ass.
Yes.
It is Howie. Because if Hurst comes in and he loses out, then he looks like an asshole.
let's get it off
How
the
we
field.
go.
But here's the other
Like an
thing too.
Now, if Hurts lights it up, he looks
He looks great.
exactly.
Howie's the man. Everybody.
It
in
makes it look
Philly-
like it was Carson's fault.
Everybody in Philly is enjoying Howie Roseman.
Here's the other thing too. If the Eagles like tank for the whole season, and the question is though, do you trust Howie Roseman to be the guy like drafting another guy? I mean, I'm not. I mean,
No.
it shows me that.
I mean, unless you think that Whiteside was a good draft pick.
No,
No, and,
clearly not.
And Jalen Rager's not showing up either.
Nah, Rager's got talent.
I mean, but he's a
though,
rookie,
dude.
though.
He's got
I
talent.
got to give him a little.
I
bit
think
of
Rager's a
pass.
slow. He's a.
Don't
he's
give
a
me the
slow-
slow
he's a
blossoming
slow-
player. No, don't
He's
do
not
that.
slow. He's fast, but he's
No,
just a slow
progression.
developing
But
player.
the other thing too, you
Don't
could have
do
had
that.
like the other thing too, you could have
You
had.
know it, Joey. You
But
know
don't
it's
do
true.
that. Don't give him an excuse.
With the right coaches, he would be a lot better.
And the other
No,
thing
I'm-
too, if you
I-
would've
He
had
has nobody
Put
coaching him.
I
Jalen
agree.
Rager. Put Jalen Rager on a friggin' team that knows how to
Put him
call
on the
plays.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
Put him on the Chiefs, and he's like
No,
10
put him
times
on the
better of a player.
Steelers.
Put him on the Packers.
Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger throws to Juju Smith, throws to Claypool, throws to
Washington.
Washington and Johnson. This dude, I watch these games because
But
I'm a Juju Smith fan.
I want to.
Listen to me, though, Joe. This ain't even about the Eagles. This ain't about Philly sports. This is about sports in general because I'm an NFL fan at heart. I love the Eagles. I'm a 4-for-4. Yes, they're my team. But I love sports in general. So I watch whatever game I can see on TV.
But do you wish?
When I
I'm
see
sorry,
Big Ben throws it to his number one receiver.
but
He throws it to his number 2, 3, 4. If you're tight on the Steelers, good luck getting a catch.
yeah, but do you wish
You know what I mean?
that you could have had one of these players on your team like a Devontae Adams, Chase Claypool, or any of them?
I don't know.
No, because they would be coached down too.
Listen, if we had the
I agree with
right,
Rob.
if we had the right coaching, the receivers we have now, even including Ortega Whiteside, I think would be having a better career. We're literally a death pit to come to play wide receiver in the NFL.
Well, I want to go back to the question. They're saying trading Carson Wentz. You're not going to trade Carson Wentz. Let's get that off the table right now. Let's
ain't
get that
happening.
nonsense off the table right now because the cap hit is going to be way too much for us to recover from, and the value
Something
that
like
we're going to.
$59 million.
Yeah,
if
it's
you tried to trade him
ridiculous.
this year.
And the other thing,
But even if we waited one more year, Tom, it's still $23.5 million. That's still that's like a whole player.
And what are we, 60 million below the cap
Well,
after this year?
yeah, and we're leaning against. We're not doing very well money wise.
No.
and so
2021 is going to be rough for
yeah.
what a,
for whatever GM's in there.
And then my feeling is, I agree with the question in the sense that the capital, the value for Carson is in the toilet. So you're going to get like maybe a 3rd round pick.
Nah, that's bullshit. You'll get
Okay.
a 1st round pick for
No,
Carson Wentz.
no, you won't. Not now.
Are you?
Not now.
Not now.
No, you
Yeah, you
won't.
will. I
Not
don't care.
currently. You won't.
I don't care, dude. Aaron Rodgers already just backed him. Do you not think the NFL teams see that?
Yeah, but you got to think if the Eagles are making this trade, are they trying to send some salary along with it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
So-
sure it'll work something out.
So
that way.
you're not going to get
But
the
no one's
majority
gonna
of that
pay
salary and a
him.
one
Listen,
back
right.
in a
if
trade.
they're
Yeah.
able to trade him, it's only because it will benefit the team.
Well, his
They're
contract
not
didn't even
going to mess around with
his
that.
contract didn't even kick in yet.
Well, you guys remembered we had this conversation back like 2 years ago when Carson's contract was coming up, whether to re-sign Carson or re-sign Nick, and there was a
I
debate.
remember this conversation.
The debate was who's the better guy to go with the future with.
Count.
And the thing is that
He just keeps going.
Nick Foles and
He's smart.
Carson Wentz. Nick Foles isn't really relevant, and now Carson Wentz is still a superstar, but he's not relevant in the sense that people are trashing the bust of a player
Joey's
he
been
looks like
talking
now.
this his whole
Joe,
life.
let me
I
ask
love
you.
it.
Let me ask you a question
He's been
real
talking
quick.
this way his whole life.
Can you consider Carson Wentz a superstar still right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
he has a better coaching.
Yes.
Okay, so it's
It's
based on his
Carson
body of
Wentz.
work. You still consider him a superstar?
I consider it his body of work.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Dude, and there's
And I wasn't playing devil's advocate. I was
No.
just asking.
Dude,
No.
Sometimes I do.
when he didn't make the top 100, a lot of NFL players out on this team were like upset because he should have made it. They said, you know what I'm saying?
In 2018,
Yeah, I think so. It was a bit. No, it wasn't. It was.
Oh, no,
it
no,
was
I'm sorry.
the
the Super
year.
Bowl.
He didn't make the top 100, whatever. The NFL
Oh,
players.
okay.
So many players in the NFL have his back. It's not just the Eagles, man.
But
This
does-
guy has God-given
You can.
God-given talent.
If you
that's
give him
one
an
of my
offensive
questions.
line, he probably
The-
can be.
the
elite.
people-
Does the locker room have his back?
The people
Because
that have-
I don't see it.
The people that have come out, like Miles Sanders and Brandon Graham, right out of the gate, they came out
Jason
and said,
Kelsey.
Yeah,
a bunch of
definitely.
Right, but they can say that to like reporters, but I don't see it on the sidelines. I don't see it like Miles
I
coming
agree.
up to him and patting him on the ass and saying, "Okay, we're going to get him next time."
That's true.
I don't see
That doesn't mean it's happening. It just means we're not seeing
It
it.
is a
Right.
concern.
Yo, Joey's got a point. Maybe Wentz is sensitive.
Can somebody timestamp this date and time? Will saying Joey has a point.
No,
9:23 a.m. 12/12/20.
Joe, you're right. Maybe Wentz is really
And he's saying, Joe, you're right.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, not
So I'm
just-
going to have to clip that out.
Like, even as a man or a player, whatever, you're a player, but you're man side. Maybe Wentz is just sensitive, man.
And what's wrong?
Maybe
And not a
No.
damn thing.
the players are afraid to go
No, see,
up that level.
but see, I
Yeah.
don't, I don't see,
playing like shit.
I don't see Carson going to anybody either.
I agree with that.
when you see your Tom Brady's, and when he's trying to hype the defense up, what is he doing? He's going over there and he's pumping his defense and his offensive line.
But I'll
Tell
go.
the truth.
I'll
Tell
go
the
one.
truth,
Carson
man.
goes over, sits there, and he looks at his iPad and just looks for the next play.
Why won't Wentz just come out and tell the truth? Like, do these players get censored by their
Yes.
teams? No, I'm sick
Yes.
and tired of it. Like, Wentz, come out and tell the truth.
The Eagles organization has
Tell
been
the truth that
notorious for
your
that.
team doesn't know how to call a friggin' offensive play.
If
Not
you-
a game plan.
Wait a minute.
One play. You
Dude,
can't
if
call
the guy's going to
Will.
clap for Hurts on the sidelines, he's not going to go against this organization that he works for that paid him all that money that we're talking about, saying all those things.
Yeah,
Will,
but
you
Tom,
asked-
I know you. You're passionate, Tom. If somebody's pushing you around like the Eagles organization is with that guy, it's not right, man.
Well, you're-
Maybe it's just not in his DNA.
you're
for
You're
some-
asking whether the Eagles organization
what he
censors
is.
people. You remember Andy Reid? His key phrase, "Time's yours." He
I gotta
ran.
do a better
Gotta
job.
do a better job.
I gotta do a better job. And
Let's go have a
and like,
ham
listen,
sandwich.
And then somebody asks him a question, and he goes,
right? So he was the best coach.
That was
'Cause he didn't
a gift.
give
I
too
would
much
use it
away.
all the time when my friends ask me something, and I'm telling them no.
And if
I
you
would
notice,
have Andy Reid said, no.
and if
I
you
would.
notice, with half
Well,
those press
it beat
conferences, half the press conferences of the players
Yeah, I
after
could
the
go
game
straight
against
without that.
Packers,
I think
TP's gonna
everyone
get
was
me though when I
towing.
say it.
Everyone was towing the company line. Everyone was towing the Eagle company line. So yes, that Eagles locker room is censored. Absolutely.
And that's wrong to this fan base because this fan base already predicts what the locker room's saying. So they look at the facial expression and they're like, oh, yeah, I know this player's doing this and this player's
Prediction.
doing that. That's the way they are. Our fan base is insane. Our fan base is crucial. Okay? So by Doug already bad play calling, we have that side fan base that says, we don't want Doug Peterson here. Then we got Rob said it to me, and it was smart. He goes, don't really blame the offensive coordinator, Will, because he has no say.
True.
You know? And then the defensive coordinator, he's ninth in the NFL right now, so technically you can't really ask for his job. You know, and Carson Wentz is Carson Wentz. 33-7, MVP. He was destroying. He wasn't destroying.
He
the
wasn't
Rams,
the MVP.
but the Rams were on fire in that game, and Wentz was out there like an animal.
What person did end up being MVP that year? Russell Wilson, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think
What
but
year?
Brady
If
was up
Carson
there
would have
for
stayed
that.
healthy,
No,
though,
Tom
he
Brady.
had
Tom
MVP.
It was Brady that got it then?
Brady got it.
I don't know. 'cause Brady
Wilson
was up
had
there.
more touchdown passes, just eked them out. But
Russell Wilson
yeah.
is amazing as it is.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you that Russell Wilson is a fan of Carson Wentz.
I think everybody is actually.
He's just Carson. No, Tom, you got to understand. If you look at
Are they fans of him, or did they just
NFL
feel bad
no,
for him?
Tom, look at quarterbacks
That's a
first
good question.
5 years. They're no different than Carson Wentz, man. There's not many numbers that are just like astronomical going above what Wentz has done in the first 5 years. Listen, he got us to a Super Bowl.
Mahomes.
He
will
has a
eclipse that.
ring now.
yeah, I think
So
so.
if it came down to it and he had a Hall of Fame career and we won 2 more Super Bowls and he got them and he stayed here, he still has 3 though. You can understand? That Super Bowl counts.
I mean, he got him there, yeah.
I don't care what you say. When it comes down to Hall of Fame, people are going to – the NFL will remember the season he had.
I've said this
the
before,
NFL
and
will
I'll
remember
say it
the season
again.
that he had.
Carson Wentz has not yet played as a starter a meaningful game and won.
in the playoffs.
No, a meaningful game.
The Rams?
That Rams game?
Oh,
He didn't
my-
finish the game.
The Dallas Cowboy game.
No, but he was ahead when he left the field.
No, he wasn't. I'm sorry. He was when he left the field.
Yeah, when he left the
Yes.
field.
Yeah, but what about
Then
when he was
they
blowing out
marched right
those
down the
teams?
field on the defense and scored.
Right,
And then
and
Nick
then-
Foles.
Tom, that
And then
makes
Nick
no
Foles
sense,
came
Tom.
back.
What is he talking about?
I
They
don't know.
blew out teams.
Yeah,
They destroyed.
they were destroying teams that year.
Like, you knew when you were
I
watching
mean-
the Eagles on Sunday, it
Right.
was like,
But
what
what
what's
teams were they
next?
destroying?
What team's next? We were destroying teams.
Right. What teams were they destroying? Playoff contenders or bottom
It
feeders?
didn't matter, bro.
It does
NFL
matter.
is a game of yards.
It does matter. If you're playing the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Kansas City Chiefs or the Pittsburgh Steelers, it matters.
It was that offensive line, man. They
Wait, are you talking about
Yeah,
this
they
year
did.
or the year?
2018.
Or all of its
17,
career?
17,
18.
Oh, okay. I mean, I there's a good couple games that he had that were good. I mean, the Washington
were
game
they
in 2017
meaningful?
when he escaped the sack. I mean, he got him
Like,
back
what
in
was the
game.
meaning behind them other than it could have been a blowout? Like, was it division on the line? Was playoff
But he got him
contention?
there.
Are you serious right now? Carson Wentz.
What meaningful game
was
did he
out
play
of
that
his
he
mind.
won?
33-7. I
You
guess
tell
he
me
just,
the Rams game wasn't
so he just
a
beat
great
bad
game. I mean,
teams.
come
He
on,
didn't
yo.
win that game.
I don't
Nick Foles
understand.
did.
I don't understand.
No, he didn't. Carson Wentz got him.
Carson Wentz was winning the game when he left the
When
field.
he left,
He won the game
Rams
for them.
scored, and then Nick Foles took him
wind
down.
them up.
there. Nick Foles
Come
didn't. I mean, wait a second. Nick Foles won him that game. I mean,
Yes.
2017.
Nick Foles finished the game.
Yeah, that's
Right,
What I'm
he
saying.
had a
Carson
game-winning
won the
drive.
game.
No,
Thank
he
you.
had a game-winning drive.
Carson
Carson
Wentz
left
was
the
in
game.
shootout against the Rams. He won that game until he
No,
got
he
injured.
left the game, and the Rams
know.
came back.
Yeah.
Look at the score, the box
And
score.
after that, he would have won that game because he was
Oh,
on
he
fire.
would
The
have
Rams
won
couldn't
that game.
stop him.
He
The
would
Rams
have.
could not stop
But he
him.
didn't.
But he won the game.
The thing
though.
we're
he
saying,
didn't.
he
Nick
was
Foles had a game-winning drive. Did he
When?
not? Against the Rams in 2017.
The game that he had with the
That he got hurt? Yes.
Give it.
Because
Will.
he scored the
Will, I'm
touchdown.
getting
wait,
I'm
wait.
getting all kinds of pictures sent to me of Will saying that he looks like he's a hurting pup right now. There's one of you with your eyes closed. Jason Pizzetti said you were sleeping.
I love Pizzetti, man. Sexy
But the game he
motherfucker.
had
Yeah.
with the one he broke his
Sexy
ankle with,
motherfucker.
he actually got him the lead. And
Right, and then the Rams took it back. And
Yeah,
then Nick
but-
Foles took the Eagles down the field.
Joe.
to win the game.
What I'm trying to
Carson won
say
the
is
game.
Carson had the lead when he left the game.
Right.
You had-
Exactly.
Wait a
you had
second.
The YouTube,
Stop.
right?
Hang on.
You had the
I'm not
YouTube where
saying
you
he
can
didn't
watch
have the
whatever you
lead when he
wanna
won the
watch, right?
when he left the game.
We
But the
all,
Rams-
all of us as a whole, need to hang out, Joe. And they keep talking about this game. We need to watch that game, and then Joe be like, "You're right, Carson Wentz." won
It's on
this game."
YouTube.
Can we just show
Oh,
you that?
man, here we go.
We'll show you that, and you're like, "Will, he didn't say this, but you're right, man."
There was another game that
Carson
he
Wentz
there
won
was-
the
We
Eagles.
all
Kansas City.
remember that Carson left the game,
I
right?
understand that.
Oh my God!
Okay.
Yes,
But I'm
after he
saying that-
ran a touchdown.
Right, and then the Rams
With a
scored.
broken fucking
That-
ankle.
that's
not
not a
Carson's fault.
That
is
is that is out
Right,
of Carson's
but then-
control.
Then we lost the lead because the Rams scored.
How's he
Right,
so good?
which-
And then Nick Foles took us downfield to game-winning
Yeah.
score.
True.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
True.
But
How is that not Nick Foles winning the game?
he had the
Wait,
game
so
won.
Nick Foles scored all the touchdowns before that?
Exactly.
Yeah, did
No,
Nick Foles
but
come
if
in the
the
game?
Nick Foles
before
put his
the game?
ACL on the line by diving into the end zone.
Yeah,
for a touchdown.
exactly, yeah.
Scored a
Yes,
touchdown
yes.
with
Sorry,
the
Joe.
ACL.
Now I'm playing devil's advocate.
No.
Are we handing out participation
No, but listen,
awards?
the
Is that the
Rams
way
were-
we're
it's
going
not a
now?
Participant
Tom, were
trophy.
the
I mean,
Rams not out of their mind that year? The Rams were insane, dude. The
Yeah,
Rams
they
were
were.
a great
I don't
team.
believe they made the playoffs that deep, though.
No, but they were a great team at the time when they
At the
faced
time,
Carson
yes.
Wentz. They were a juggernaut. We weren't picked. Were we picked to win that game?
Yes.
We were.
I don't
We were
remember.
favored.
I don't remember
Me either.
if we were
Old
favored. or
Because
not.
they had
I gotta
golf.
see Nick Foles.
They had- they had Wentz-
Anyway, I'm
Talked
missing
about
something.
that, Tom?
They had
Listen to
Wentz
the radio
over
all
golf
day.
because they matched it up 1 versus 2.
Now I guess
first and
I got
second overall pick.
Oh, googly willy guns.
I don't have my look up Will man.
That's fine. All right,
That's
so
my job, Will.
all right, so let's
You do it. Ed.
let's
You
get
do it.
out of
No,
let's
I'm
get
letting
out
you
of the
do it.
distant
That's it.
past and
I'm
get
just
in.
teasing. Go ahead.
Let's get out of the distant past and get into the recent past a little bit.
That's what we
How do
got.
you think Hurts performed once he got in the game and had more than a series to play. How do you guys think he performed? James?
Let Rob go first. Let Rob
let
go
Rob.
first.
Oh,
go
I
first.
thought he looked great. I
Me
mean,
and Rob talk all
yeah,
day.
he threw a couple of them passes that I don't see Carson throwing in his in his state of mind right now. Like
That's a good.
that Greg Ward touchdown in the corner of the end zone in that zone play.
I appreciate how you put that in Carson's frame of mind right now because we've seen Carson make some amazing plays.
Oh, back of the end zone,
right?
Corey Clement.
Oh my god!
Oh
Again,
my god, dude! I still look at that like
The damn touchdown last year with Miles Sanders.
yeah, that one too.
Washington
And Greg
against
Ward.
Washington.
But then again, if Miles Sanders didn't catch that, he was self-defensing himself. You know,
he made Fulgham look great, and I'm not. I don't even know if Fulgham is that great. But Wentz got that ball to him nonstop.
Well, Fulgham don't get a try because
he relied on somebody
put Jeffrey
that
in the game.
nobody gave really a chance, and Wentz made him look like a superstar.
Yeah,
I mean, like the whole NFL was on notice.
No, Wentz did not make him look like a superstar. Do you see some of them catches he made?
But
Fogel made some of them catches that you only see your Claypools.
Yeah, but you can't catch a ball, Rob, unless it's thrown to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
there was throwing to him.
There was a screen grab I saw on Facebook after one of the Eagles games. It was side-by-side comparison of a catch that Fulgham made and a catch that Odell Beckham made.
Yeah,
and
they're comparing him to Odell Beckham. That's exactly. I mean, that's not saying that Carson didn't throw the ball where it needed to go, but he also did make a great catch.
And that's not saying Fulgram's OBJ.
No
one takes into consideration that these are young wide receivers on this team.
They need to play.
And that's not in the back of your mind that I've watched Carson Wentz while I was in college.
Right.
So
when you were in college,
that's what I was.
No, I'm talking about
when
Carson was in college.
What the receiver
when Carson,
feels, like
right?
Jalen Reagor. Jalen Reagor knew Carson Wentz. He knew that Carson Wentz had that 33-7, got injured. He knew that this is the type of quarterback that's throwing to him. You know what I mean? So I think that sometimes it's intimidating how good Wentz really is. But then he got injured. So in the NFL, it's not what you're doing back in the past, what you did and how you got here. It's what you're doing now.
So what have you done for me lately,
What
world?
have you done for me lately? I didn't want to sound cliche about that, but that's the way it is. It's what have you done for me lately? And you know what he did for me this year? He put up with a shitty offensive line.
I was just going to say
He put up with rookie wide receivers. He put up with half-ass people that don't belong in the NFL like Alshon Jeffrey. He put up with somebody that don't belong in the NFL no more. You're done, Jeffrey. You did what you did in Chicago. You did pretty damn good when you came here and we won a Super Bowl, but you're done, bro. After your injury, I don't know what you were doing during that time, but you forgot how to play football.
Hey, I got a question.
You know what I mean?
I got a question on the text board here from Chucky Wolf. He asks, when is the ownership going to be held accountable for not spending money on Top Town?
I think they're paying for it now.
Yeah, I think that's a good observation by you,
Damn,
there,
Chuck. You always do that, Chuck. You're that guy, man.
Makes you think. Makes you think, man.
Brings you back down to reality.
And here's the thing.
Chucky's an intelligent dude.
To add to
Chuck,
what,
guess what? You're listening right now, bro. We are playing some Call of Duty, bro. I'm in.
To add to
Let's do
what
this.
Chuck's saying, I would say we're also overpaying for talent that shouldn't be paid what they're being paid.
Agreed.
Alshon, Deshaun, Brandon Graham.
We're big.
Alshon came back, and Fulgham, you almost forgot
exactly
existed.
his name.
You know, the situation is, and Rob told me this growing up when I was a little kid. He was like, Will, these Super Bowl MVPs, when these teams win, it breaks up a team because every single team in the NFL is like, oh, damn, that's a free agent. He was on a Super Bowl team. I'm signing him. You lose a lot.
You do, but
lose
they're
a lot. You lose
but
coaches.
the great
Jason
teams.
Peters. There's been
But Joe, you
But
lose
the great
coaches.
man. But the great
we
teams.
got ruined by the Super Bowl.
Wait a minute. But the
And
great
at the same time, we
teams.
still won.
The great teams learn how to adapt. They learn how to adapt with losing coordinators.
New England Patriots.
Listen,
Dallas
sports-
Cowboys back in the day.
Listen, sports is every single player on your team runs an amazing 40-yard dash. Everybody always has fast corners. Speed wins. Linebackers that can hit hard. Play
Head coach
recognition.
speed.
Everything. It all comes down to coaching.
Does the
You
secondary
put
work too?
You got to know how to put your guys in the right positions.
Yeah.
And that's not what the Eagles do. Jim Schwartz says, I don't care what player it is, I'm just going to put them there, and that's what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's what we talked about last week,
Yeah.
where you gear your scheme around your talent, not your talent around your scheme
Exactly.
or your game
And-
plan.
But here's
that's
what
the
I was
problem.
saying last week is that I feel like Jim Schwartz is kind of handcuffed because you're giving him no linebackers to really speak of. So now he's got to plug and play these guys. How do you do that if
Well,
they're
then
not
make
really
them
talented?
No, Joe, make them fall flat on their faces.
They've been doing it all by themselves.
You play, and maybe that's what he's doing. I don't know. But what I'm
But
telling
he's getting the bullet for it.
Listen,
Schwartz is getting the
we
bullet for it.
did win a Super Bowl. So in that organization, there's an area that can win.
Listen,
The fact that they're losing now is just because of injuries.
TJ
If
Edwards,
the Eagles were a healthy team, the Eagles would be a playoff team.
the
Right?
way that
Yeah.
things are currently constructed, TJ Edwards will have a job far beyond Jim Schwartz.
The Eagles had major injuries the year they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You almost can't use that as an
You
excuse.
can't-
But you
And
can't
every
keep
team's
on doing
dealing with it.
Tom.
That's not sustainable.
You can't
Agreed.
keep on doing it. And enough is enough sometimes.
That gets down to
Look
your
at Kansas
So I
City.
mean, you
I know,
can't tell
yeah.
a guy when to get hurt, and when not to get
no,
hurt.
but that's
Every
just,
team
that's your
deals with it.
strength and conditioning
Yo,
coaches.
Right.
Last night, Rob and I were talking.
It's
We were
it's the
out-
same
we were just
guys
outside
getting
my
injured.
house having a cigarette. With this team, it's really about. There's just so much with the fan base. I feel like a lot of these players, because they're young. When you're young, they didn't grow up how we grew up. They grew up with social media, so now they're adults in social media. You know, they're young rookies and they're 2-3 year pros. But the thing is these guys are young. They're about social media. Maybe just because you write something on Twitter, guys, don't think they don't say it. They label us in a category as fans when they see those tweets, see what we're saying. Okay? You don't want to play in Philly. Malcolm Jenkins, I'll give him credit. He always compliments our city. He always goes at our organization. And Malcolm Jenkins is an amazing player. Played every down. Like, what player in the NFL plays every down, man? Think about the stamina you need. Think about the respect you need. He did that. We let him go. That's messed up. You should have never, ever let that guy go. That guy was your locker room guy. When you won that Super Bowl, it was him. Malcolm Jenkins was that guy. You
We'll
let
get to
him
him.
go.
I'll
You
get
let
to him.
Go.
We'll get to Malcolm a little bit later on in the show.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd like to invoke a name that I don't think enough people are talking about. Jake Elliott. What is going on with that guy this year?
You don't kick enough field goals.
Or extra points.
First of all,
Me and him talk about
they had
Or
no
extra
they had no
points.
trust in him.
Yeah.
So if you don't have no trust in somebody,
What gave
what are
you
they
that
going to do?
What gave you that idea?
Well, when
it
it's
is-
actual time to kick your field goal or your extra point,
Yeah.
I mean, the odds of you making it or missing it, it's kind of obvious.
You know what I'm doing? I'm telling him to play Madden on like PS5 or whatever. I'm like, keep on kicking field goals and make. That's the only field goals you're gonna make.
Yeah.
Horrible.
If you
You're
score,
horrible.
let's say you score
would
4
trade-
touchdowns and you only kick extra points for
He's gotta
2,
go.
you're not getting.
He's got to go. He's not money no more, dude. He
You
made
know
that one long field goal, and we were just like Jake Elliott. No,
No, that's the problem. He can make the long ones. He can't make the short ones.
Right.
You know
he
what
made
annoys me?
one long. That's what you don't understand, right? He made one long one. One.
Against the Giants.
That's it. And we keep on looking at that. It's like, he can do this. Well, any friggin' kicker can do it. He's not consistent, though. I just need an extra point. I would have 2 kickers. If I was an NFL team, I would have 2 kickers. I had the guy to hit a short field goal like nobody's business. And then I had that kicker that can kick a damn miracle. He has the distance. You know what I mean?
But here's
So
the
I
thing, though,
know no
that's-
matter what, I can kick the long field goal or I can kick that short field goal. Field goals are important in football, and Doug Peterson does not value that.
I don't get it. Well, I think it's the one thing that bothers me is that he's automatic when he's like 50 plus, but then when he's like like 30, like an extra point, he misses it, and I'm like,
I don't get that
I don't
either.
get that
And
either.
you know what? I'm sick and tired of this analytics shit. You know when to kick a damn field goal.
Oh, and yeah, especially when you
Let's
end up
get
losing.
that way anyway.
Especially when you end up
There
losing
were-
by 2.
Like
Football
there were
can't be analytics.
there were
I'm
times there are times
against analytics.
there are times when I seen Doug go for it, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. If you
Mhm.
kick a field goal, you're still down 4 points or something like that.
Exactly.
So there are definitely times where it makes more sense to go for a 2-point conversion, but excuse me.
And you signed him to 5 years. It's like, why wouldn't you sign him for?
God
He's a
bless you.
kicker.
Was that a sneeze?
No, I was cough.
But if there's
My coughs sound like sneezes an awful lot. I don't mean to get off topic here, but I'll cough, and my daughter goes, "God bless you, Daddy," and I'm like, "Thanks, Grace."
I love-
God bless you
Yo,
as well.
I love Grace. I love Grace. Me and Grace are going to be very close.
She's the best when she's not, driving me and Mama. But
We love you, Grace.
does anybody feel like they could be running the ball more?
yeah, I said it
They
every
should
week.
be.
That's what I'm
They're not.
asking.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
should
But
be.
doesn't it feel like this is almost a recurring theme
Well-
for Eagles coaches that they don't run the ball enough?
Let me
But,
explain.
Tom, it's not even
Last-
about that. He's
last
gonna
week-
go into what he says, but it's about sports in general. And we all know the 3-point, you can live by it or you can die by it.
True.
But in football, there is no we'll pass all day and you can't stop us. There's huge talent in football.
So let me.
The run sets up the pass sets up the run. Football is a 50-50.
Yeah, but no
Maybe
Eagles
it's
coach
60-40.
in quite a while has run 50-50
No, it's more like 75-25.
Well, Doug did
Yeah,
in
but
the
you got
beginning.
Miles
in the
Sanders.
beginning. Yeah, but he got
You
away
got-
from it.
yeah.
You know what's weird?
You
In the
got Miles
beginning,
Sanders.
a couple years in, he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. And gee, that worked. Why don't I do that again? Oh, wait, because I think I'm smarter than everybody else.
That's
the
the
other-
And they took away the
Ongoing thing.
RPO.
Well, here's the other
Could you imagine
thing,
talking
Tom.
to Doug Peterson
So-
in sports?
Last week with Miles
Yeah, man.
Sanders, he had 31 yards rushing.
Right.
You know who his second leading rusher was on the team?
on the team.
Yeah,
Probably
Jalen
Hurts.
Hurts.
Exactly.
Yeah,
when your
Counts.
backup quarterback is your second leading rusher.
you're not running
Yeah.
the ball enough.
Hey, yeah, I
Yeah,
would
I
think
tell
so.
you what, I'm
Yeah.
going to be honest
That's
with you. I
kinda
love
sad.
Carson Wentz, but I am excited
And
to see Hurts play.
I think we all
I
are.
don't know what it is.
Well, we know what
What if
we've
he
been
kills
getting with
it?
Carson.
What if he kills it?
Well, hold
What
on.
if
So
Hurts
you're
comes out here and smacks the shit out of the safety?
you're going to get a lot of folks out there that say, "Well, you're playing from behind, so you can't run the ball
Yeah.
as much." You need to set the pass up with the run,
Yes.
especially with Hurts. I run a lot
And
of
Doug's-
wildcat with
no,
him.
but
Yes,
Doug's
yes.
messed up for saying that he needs to run the ball more now. Like, dude, you needed to run the ball for Carson Wentz, you asshole.
Oh, this isn't going to be a
Like,
game of the
seriously?
hybrid.
Well, let's say when the opponent's defensive line know you're going to throw the ball every time, what are they going to do? They're going to go after your quarterback.
Right.
And Jason Kelsey, how he reacted to this, dude, he blamed the whole team.
It's
That-
the whole team.
That dude, Jason Kelsey, I hope is a head coach in the NFL and it's the Eagles. When he retires, I hope the Eagles just say, "Hey,
I hope he
You
keeps
can run
that
the whole
sweet
team.
mullet.
I'm not
Mhm.
saying
Run the
Jason
whole
Kelsey came out because of what I said last week.
Yeah.
But I did
Joe,
tweet
my
at him.
God.
Jason Kelsey forgives you
I'm
because
just
if he ever
saying.
hears about our show and hears what you said, he's going to say, "Will you defend
Sorry,
me?" No.
Jason
I
Kelsey.
will tell you, Jason Kelsey, Joey didn't mean it. We're all fans of you. We love you. Dude, we can
I love
pound
him, but
beers together.
he doesn't
We can
show
pound
me
beers together. We
same
can do
fight.
it. We can lift weights, bro. Let's go. Let's get in the gym. We'll lift weights. But Jason Kelsey, I fucking love you.
There's the rails. There's the show over there off the rails. Let's try and get it back here, okay? Okay. If you had to guess, what do you think Aaron Rodgers said in Carson Wentz's ear after the game?
All right, no. Let Joe go.
Let James go. James hasn't. James.
I'm just enjoying the fun.
James
I'm
goes
just enjoying
first. He gives all the facts, and then we can't fucking say shit.
That's
after
fine. Then that happens, and I'll move
All
on
right,
to the
let it
next
go.
thing.
No,
Go ahead,
no,
James.
that's
Go
good.
ahead,
That's
go
fine. Go ahead,
I mean, you don't have to go to me. It's all right.
Go ahead, James.
No, James.
I
go
mean,
ahead, Jay.
I think he just said keep your head up and just stay humble. I mean, he's not gonna say, "Oh, you got blasted by Jalen Hurts." Now, I don't think that's the case. I think he's just trying to trying to tell him, like, dude, like, forget about all this noise. You're a great quarterback. Just got to keep your head up and stay humble and positive. Like, because I mean, I don't think Aaron Rodgers will be the guy that says, like snarky things.
No, it didn't seem snarky. It seemed
I think he
it
just
seemed
had,
like it was a heartfelt exchange, whatever it was.
yeah, sure. And I think it's the thing is too. I think he tried to, I guess, try to keep him at arm's length and also keep him positive and say, like I said, like, I think he just tried to tell him like one-on-ones, dude, like keep your head up high, like don't worry about the noise. I mean, don't. He pretty much said what everybody's been saying. It's just like keep keep like your mind right and just hope this stay positive. That's all I gotta say.
All right. Am I next or Joey?
Go
Or
ahead.
can I just go next?
Go ahead, Con.
Go ahead.
Here's what I think, and Rob and I talked about this all week. Is that Aaron Rodgers was looking at him as if he was seeing the next Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
So Aaron Rodgers, which he has tremendous respect for Carson Wentz, and to be honest with you, I've always been that guy where I was like, "Damn it, it's Aaron Rodgers. He's great, whatever." But now he's a Green Bay Packer. I respect Aaron Rodgers.
The other thing too
What
is
Aaron Rodgers said, James, you know what I mean? What he said to Carson Wentz, I want to see Wentz after this. I want to see,
I want to see a chip on his shoulder now.
and I want to see it next year
Oh yeah,
because the Eagles know that they have holes in the linebackers. They know they have holes in secondary. The fact that Maddox and Coleman don't know how to read a quarterback's eyes. If I were running an NFL team and I had to have cornerbacks, I want cornerbacks that know how to read the quarterback's eyes.
Why are you jumping off point here?
Because what I'm saying
Thank
is,
you, Rob.
as
I got a
whole-
point to make. Okay.
No, but as a whole, Aaron Rodgers was telling Carson Wentz he can't control what the defense does.
Smallest violin.
The offensive line. No, the offensive line. He can't control
It
what
looks
they
like
did.
something else, but
Yeah.
Joe, whatever. Rob, are you serious, dude?
Yo,
I'm trying to talk, man. All right, this is from the soul, not the heart, the soul. It goes deeper. The
Preach.
soul's deeper than the heart. Carson Wentz went 33-7, and not a full football season, and was run. It was literally the MVP. If he finished out the rest of the year and played like shit, he was the MVP. That's how great he played. And he got us to that Super Bowl. He won us that Super Bowl by the way he got us there. Do you think Nick Foles, if he started that whole year, do you think Nick Foles did what he did?
no, that's not a Foles'
No.
MO.
No. So when it comes down to that, Carson Wentz is a friggin' winner. That's what he is. That's what he does. The fact that Aaron Rodgers was talking to him and the way he talked to him, Aaron Rodgers knows football. This dude, Aaron Rodgers is probably one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen. Dude, he's insane.
All right, Guns, hold that
You know
point.
what I'm
Let's let Rob go. Go ahead,
No,
Rob.
one more thing. Me and Rob talked about this.
Oh,
Aaron
let me talk.
Rodgers has respect from Rob and I. Go ahead.
And yes, I said this to Will. I do have a lot of respect for Aaron Rodgers because I was listening to a radio show, Philly Sports Talk radio show, and they actually interviewed Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. And a reporter did ask, well, what did you whisper in Carson's ear? And Aaron Rodgers said, I always been a fan of you since you came out of college. You have a tremendous skill set. And yes, he did tell him, get out there, you can't just lose all your abilities in, 1 year and not get it back. He was like, quarterbacks go through these woes. I mean, maybe it's a 5th-year woe.
Maybe it's like
And Rob, maybe
Maybe he just needs one game off
maybe
to
Aaron
get his head
Rodgers-
right.
Maybe Aaron Rodgers saved Carson Wentz's like full blown job and his status in the NFL. Because when you have that backing, if Aaron Rodgers supports Carson Wentz, how many other players in the NFL support that guy? A lot. They know these guys play on the field. Tom, me and you're not on the field with them. Rob, We're not on the field with them. James, we're not.
No.
Joey, obviously you know. Aaron Rodgers was not even on the field with him. He was on the sideline. And he respects his game. Aaron Rodgers is elite. Elite. Elite quarterback in the NFL. Aaron Rodgers is, they say, take Super Bowls away. Aaron Rodgers is put ahead of Tom Brady. They've been saying this. The analysts say it.
And for the most
NFL
part,
analysts. Right.
Aaron Rodgers has elite talent around him.
Definitely. All right.
Tom, do you want to know what I think he said?
Yes.
GM.
Yes, I do.
I think he said, "Would you like to come to Green Bay
What? And
and be his heir apparent?"
Well, that means that Aaron Rodgers, though, after he retires, is going to be part
No.
of Green Bay's team.
If he's not in Philly, he's definitely going to Indianapolis.
that's we'll get to that in a second. Yeah, let's
You can't let that happen. You can't.
let's make the transition into away from the Packers towards the Saints here. How and this is for you folks out there too. I see some stuff
Because
popping,
we saw it the
popping up on
the
the
game of
text board here.
hybrid
We saw it to watch
What do you guys think the Hurts will do this Sunday against the Saints defense? I mean, they're the number 1 overall defense in the league right now. Joe,
I think he's going to do well. Actually, I think because he brings
not enough tape on him to.
Well, I think that's part of it, but I think that's part of it. But I think the other
smile at me, Joe.
No, I just looked because he was asking me the question, not you.
He wasn't asking you shit. He was asking all of us.
Okay.
Yes, Joey.
He did.
Yeah.
You didn't say Joe.
Yeah, did. Go ahead.
But
I hate you, Tom.
my point is that I think there's not enough tape on him, but I also feel like that he brings a versatility to this team that now you have an athletic quarterback. And I say this is the game of hybrid quarterbacks because you have Taysom Hill on one hand and you have Jalen Hurts on the other.
Right.
I said this on night 2 on Edge of Philly Sports with
The draft?
Night 2 of the draft with Fred. Jalen is a better version of Taysom Hill. So I think we're going to see that displayed on Sunday. I think that you're going to see Hurts be able to get out of the pocket and elude. I mean, look, I don't care if the guy has 150 yards passing and 150 yards rushing. He can do a Lamar Jackson game if he wants.
Carson's a mobile quarterback too,
but he doesn't have the wheels like he used to.
Jalen Hurts is compared to.
Remember, his knee.
Yeah.
His knee isn't the same
that's true.
anymore. And when you
Carson
go
runs
that,
like somebody with a blown tire.
Tom, it's messed up, Tom, because we love Carson Wentz, but at the same time, Jalen Hurts, he's a God-given talent.
We'll see. He played for 2 big-time college programs
and did well with both.
Right. Listen, in the NFL, as a rookie quarterback, in a bad situation, that team was getting smacked around. He scored a 4th down touchdown. You know what I'm saying? To a guy that he's close with. They said he's close with Ward.
Yeah, I heard that.
So when we see the Saints game, we're going to see that a quarterback and a wide receiver have to be close. Like, I don't know the history, but did Montana and Rice hang out and play dominoes together? You know what I mean? Like, or did they watch football together? Like, we don't know how quarterbacks and wide receivers, how close they really are. But I can tell you one thing. The fact that that's out there means that Hurts and Ward are really close. So Ward already, we've seen, shows glimpses of it because Carson Wentz gets a ball to him.
Tom, I want to ask you a question because you asked me.
Shoot.
So with this Saints defense, do you think Malcolm Jenkins has some sort of eye on doing something?
That's so funny.
Sunday?
That's my next question was, do you think Malcolm Jenkins goes off on Sunday? And that was not scripted. It's going to be, if Carson was quarterbacking, I think it would be a little easier for Jenkins.
Okay.
This game with Hurts, again, you can go back to college tape and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But but with his disdain for the Philadelphia Eagles, as an organizational whole, obviously he's still friends with a lot of the players, but you think he goes off?
I think he's coming.
This is a guy that's not afraid to flip the bird to anybody. He's not afraid to flip the bird to anyone.
Right.
So,
James, what do you think? You think about Jenkins going off this Sunday?
Maybe it'll be a little bit pressure for Jalen Hurts, but like you said, like if Wentz was playing, then maybe he'll be at ease because he's one of his former teammates.
Right.
I was going to say that too because I think because Jalen Hurts is in there and Jenkins doesn't know him all that well, I think he's a better chance of going off rather than Carson Wentz, which they were pretty close.
Well, normally Malcolm likes the blitz. I don't think you'll see that as much. I think because he doesn't know Hurts. He doesn't know Hurts as well, so he might not.
Hey, he might even bat, because you don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he's a smart player. I don't take that away from Malcolm. He's a smart player, so he's aggressive. But
Right.
do you get overly aggressive when you blitz in frequently as he does against Hurts?
I
A
wouldn't
guy like
let him
Hurts.
go, Tom. What do you think, Tom? I wouldn't let Malcolm take it together. He played every down.
Personally, probably not. I probably wouldn't have let him go.
I wouldn't have.
Probably not, but then again, the Eagles are known for having somebody on their roster for way too many years
True.
past their prime. I mean, I don't think he was one of them.
He's a
But like
once in a lifetime
Brian Dawkins
That
definitely
seems like a
you know,
Philly sports in general.
Yeah.
Bad character trait. For the
Exactly.
teams to hang on to
Brian
people a little bit too
Dawkins.
long.
Brian Dawkins.
I just said that.
They should have paid that man.
That's
They should have, yeah.
Exactly.
They should have never let him go.
No.
Terrell
I was
Owens.
heartbroken.
Terrell Owens.
Me too.
Terrell
No, they should have.
Owens.
Look,
Well, they had a controversy, him and
number 5.
McNabb, yeah.
But T.O.
Number 5
felt
always
T.O.
loved you.
felt in his mind he earned every
He did.
penny that he was asking for.
He
Yes.
did. He did.
Battling back from that injury, getting
Mhm.
back
Oh, the
in time
fan
for the
base-
Super Bowl.
The fan base absolutely loved T.O.
They didn't
And
miss
what
a
did
game
Jeffrey
either,
Lurie do? Jeffrey Lurie traded him.
Look on the
For
stats.
what? 4th round pick?
Look on the season stats for the
Banner.
team.
Traded.
We
For the-
got
for the
shit.
Eagles.
We got shit, Tom.
For the
got
Eagles, look
shit
at the
for
season
T.O.
stats, Tom.
Shit.
He's on the league. He's on the top 10 of yards for Philadelphia Eagles for receiving yards.
Great.
And you were like, okay, we're not going to pay you. Okay.
Well, because I get it. He had a contract, and
He has an ego. Okay,
and-
what
and
receiver doesn't?
right?
Yeah, but he's one of the best Eagles receivers of all time.
And no, it is.
with such a short body of work.
Exactly.
Tariq
Joe.
Hill's doing backflips into the end zone. Hello?
nobody could stop T.O. when him and McNabb were connected.
Right.
And I don't care what the locker
I remember
room
that
shit
first
is.
preseason game against the Ravens. I
McNabb
remember.
had- listen, he
They
forced,
did have chemistry.
Tom, he forced McNabb to throw that ball because he was so freaking wide open.
Let's not forget, he played hurt in the Super Bowl.
It was also the
Yes.
called play, the design play for that.
He was like,
But
this is a guy that is
and what did you
characterized.
say? The only guy that showed up for you, McNabb, in the damn Super Bowl.
Right.
And then after
And
that,
it's a guy that,
Unfortunately, he didn't get into the end zone in the Super Bowl. He
Right,
gets into
but-
the end zone.
but he has
Yeah,
a
but he
lot of
wasn't
yards. He
even
gets you close
100%.
enough.
Joe,
He got you to close into the
How
red
many
zone,
yards did he have in that Super Bowl?
like 140.
120, something like that,
Something
in
like
that
that.
range.
But he got you in the red zone a couple times just because you couldn't close the deal.
Yeah, by the time they get to the end zone, he was so tired.
But well, I mean, and you got Donovan barfing in the
Poor
in the
Donovan.
in the
He
puddle.
He gets a tough one.
Yeah,
He's
he
the best.
does.
Donovan's the best quarterback in Eagles history, man, and the poor guy gets a real bad
well,
rap.
that's how bad our quarterback's been. That's how bad our quarterback. Tom, you know it. That's how bad the quarterback's position been. Randall Cunningham, yes, we love Randall Cunningham, but he didn't win shit.
True.
You know what I'm saying? When you look at it, it's about the Super Bowls you won. Everybody knows that.
Just remember,
When you look at NBA,
we look at Reggie White the same
championships,
way.
you know what I'm
We
saying?
look
Right.
at him as the minister of defense.
right?
But he didn't win a Super Bowl here. He
Exactly,
won it in
yeah.
Green Bay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Reggie White though, amazing. Like, can't.
No, I'm not taking
Him and
anything away
Dawkins
from
are
it.
tied for first for my favorite Eagles of all time. So you're preaching to the choir here. So let me ask you this: if the Eagles win Sunday, Hurts start the rest of the year?
Yeah, I think it depends on how good or how bad he plays.
Right.
I mean, if he has an okay game or a great game, there's a chance he's going to start next week.
Agreed.
Well, the following week.
If you
But
bet-
I think if he's poor, terrible, I think they put Carson probably back in there.
I think if you bench Carson for the rest of the season, even after a win, I think you're sending
That's a bad message. right there, yeah.
to your franchise quarterback.
Sure, absolutely. Now let's ask this question. Let's say Hurts does start the rest of the year. Does he start next year?
Well, you have to.
Do you? Or are you just giving Carson the rest of the year off to get maybe his mind right and get your injury situation in order?
Then let's phone it in. I mean, because that's what you're basically
Go
saying.
for a draft pick at this point.
Like, if you're saying, well, we're going to bench Carson for the rest of the year, but we're going to start him at the beginning of next year,
disagree.
then I feel like that's saying we're phoning it in.
I didn't know what his phone in meant.
I disagree. I think Carson is your future quarterback.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
You put too much money and too much time.
No,
into
listen,
this guy.
I agree with that.
These 4 games make Jalen Hurts trade bait. So regardless of what you do,
I mean that topic hasn't been breached much this week.
But that makes perfect sense.
What if Hurts has, he doesn't ball out, but he has quality NFL starts.
Another team might look at him and say, "We want someone like that."
Maybe that's the whole thing.
Maybe that's their plan. But guess what? Their plans aren't always that good. But
the Eagles game will get ratings not from all kinds of fans in the NFL, but from scouts. Jalen Hurts is on notice because the Eagles organization, they just recently won a Super Bowl. They have Carson Wentz. Why? Why did that organization just win a Super Bowl? They're a successful team. Injuries made it to where Carson Wentz couldn't have a lot of touchdown passes because he had no receivers to throw to. And then he set an NFL record of receivers below 500 yards.
Let's be clear.
You know what I'm
they
saying?
won the Super Bowl because they had a viable backup.
No, but I'm talking about the after that.
No. You're saying they won the Super Bowl because of Carson. I want to clarify.
I'm giving Carson's talent out.
Right.
What I'm saying is after the Super Bowl, yes, he was injured, but this guy had no receivers. You know what I'm saying? And he threw for what he did and did what he did at a high level.
I won't take that away.
Not. It's fine.
But
when it comes down
but
to
when
it,
you pay money to Deshaun Jackson,
no one forgets about
and he's kind of like off and on, and you have money
mostly
tied
off.
up with and you have money mostly tied up with Alshon Jeffrey. I will go back to one thing.
He's talking about the perfect storm. Go ahead.
I will talk about one thing you brought up about a year and a half ago. We had a debate on the show. It was a catch. I believe it was a third or fourth down. I think it was third down. That Alshon against the Saints, believe it or not, dropped.
Yeah.
And we said he's a 90% catcher most of the time. No. But that's what the debate was about. You were saying get rid of him. I was saying keep him because he's going to make that catch 90% of the time. Right. What have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
All right. So I was right.
All right, so here's a good segue into the next thing I was going to bring up. Our buddy Nicky Alaska texted me. He goes, "Get rid of Howie and Doug. Howie is 1 for 50 drafting Pro Bowlers."
Yes,
I agree.
That segues me
Nick.
to if you're running the team, is Doug and or Howie here next year, Rob?
Doug or Howie?
If you're running the team, do you keep them both? Do you get rid of one? Do you get rid of them both?
I think you definitely get rid of Howie.
Okay.
Yeah, you got
Doug,
Howie.
Doug, I think you keep.
Okay.
Because he is a locker.
I like that. I'll go with me.
See that guy right there? Is that Brandon Graham right there?
Yes.
He has a locker room. Doug has it.
Yeah.
Those
I think
Doug.
I think Doug stays.
Thank you.
Howie, I would move Howie into a role to just worry about numbers.
Yes.
And you bring a football guy in like they did with Joe Douglas a couple of years back, and you allow him to make your picks.
Your talent.
You allow Howie to, and even like the numbers for 2021 are crap. Like Howie's even losing that credibility that he is good with the numbers, with how you're looking at next year.
I was just going to say that.
With how you're looking at next year's number. I'm glad that I
Do you think it's a possibility that if Jalen Hurts comes in here playing okay, do you think that we can possibly fire Howie before the season's over, or does it have to be after?
I would think it would have to be after.
It would have to be after.
Honestly, I don't think it really affects your season that much. It's not like firing a head coach or benching a quarterback.
I think if we don't show up against the Saints, and I feel like defensively, obviously, because the defense is ranked 9th in the NFL, you know what I mean? I feel like if they don't show up against the Saints team, And if this offense doesn't play for Hurts, and this team as a whole, like this ain't just about a player. This is about the team, the Eagles team. These guys that grew up their whole lives wanting to play in the NFL, and now they're in the NFL. What do you do for your team? Are you going to step up? Like Jason Kelsey's been saying shit. If these guys come out and they play like shit again, I don't even know what their damn problem is. I don't know if it's the locker room. I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if it's just for some odd reason, COVID, there's no fans.
I think it's all of the above.
That was one of my
You know what I'm
questions.
saying?
Do you think the lack of fans is really messing with a lot of these
Yes.
players?
I said that last week.
Philadelphia, that's what we are.
Yeah,
Just around the league.
that's
too.
our 12th
Well,
man.
In some places, you're allowed to have a lot more
We have
people
one of the best.
in stadium than you are at others. And now, obviously, Philly, there's nobody in there.
Yeah, the state makes the mandate for
Right.
that.
Right.
I think we win a lot of games because of our fans.
You know,
And then our fans travel well.
Yes.
So even in other stadiums that doesn't have a supporting fan base,
And we're also
we're
bullies.
there.
So when we go to another stadium or whatever, Eagles fans don't back down, man. If they went to another stadium, they're ready for you to bust their balls because they're going at you.
Hey, it looks like
fans
Leonard
are
on
so
Leonard on Facebook checks in. Says Lurie needs to fire Roseman,
Oh,
hire Lewis Riddick, much better GM. Roseman hasn't done anything since 2017. That's not.
Roseman.
I would go for that.
Okay, but someone's got to tell
Roseman
me,
don't know football.
because this is the same name I've been hearing everywhere. Someone's got to tell me, what does Louis Riddick bring to the table? Because I've not heard. I mean, I've seen him
There you
on
go,
ESPN.
Leonard. Hit us up on the.
Yeah, please
Hit
tell
us,
me.
hit us back. Let us
Tell
know.
me what he brings to the table, because I'm not going to be against it, but I don't know why I would be for it yet.
All right, and Ian on Facebook has an interesting question. The Eagles are on the clock with the 6th pick overall with 2 minutes left. Both the Patriots and the Chiefs called to make trade offers, and you're the GM. What do you decide? Stay at 6, acquire from the Pats 16, 48, and the 80th pick, 2022 second, and a 4th round picks, or acquire from the Chiefs 30, 62, 94, and 2022 first round and 5th round picks, plus a 2023 first round pick. How would you if you were the
But how are you making
Neither.
neither?
never
You stay put?
Yeah,
No, I'd go up.
So you, instead of going
Down, I'd go up.
down, you go up. You try and trade
I
up.
put the chips in the middle of the table.
So you're going for Lawrence? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm going for if we're done with Wentz, if we're genuinely done with Wentz, then I'm going for Lawrence or Fields.
I don't even want to hear that.
That's a scary thought.
That's fascinating.
I mean, but if
Isn't
we're
it though?
done
But
with Wentz,
it makes you-
if
it
we're
makes you
done
think.
with Wentz,
Yeah.
and if we're going to eat all that salary, we
It,
got
ma-
to get a cat.
it makes sense, but do you have faith in your
You trade-
organization to actual draft the right players?
You drafted
Yeah,
I mean, it's been going so well lately.
Yeah, Todd, hold
Can
on.
we do this, Tom? Can we look into tackles and
Hold
see
on
where
one
we
second.
might finish in a draft? Because we need a tackle.
Todd,
We need to protect Carson Wentz.
Todd on Facebook writes, Howie will be the janitor at the stadium next season, a.k.a. demoted.
in the basement with the mop.
That's classic.
That's-
No, I was going to say he is the mop.
Oh God!
All right, real quick, before we jump off of this, because I want to jump into some Sixers. There's been some interesting talk about the Sixers. I wanted to do some Flyers and Phillies. I don't think we're going to get there. I'm trying desperately to get us out of Eagles and into some positive talk for a change. But predictions for Sunday's game against the Saints. I want to score, and I'll give you mine first. So if this is any other year, and I said this Wednesday night on EOP, if it's any other year, I'm saying even though the Saints have had our number for quite some time, but it's more Drew Brees than it is the Saints.
Right.
If it was any other year other than 2020, I would say Eagles 24, Saints 21. But since it's 2020, I have a feeling that Doug's going to go for a 2-point conversion that they miss, and Jake Elliott's going to miss a 38-yard field goal, so the Eagles are going to lose 21-20 on Sunday. That's my prediction. James, we'll start with you, and we'll work around the table.
All right. I guess It depends on if Jalen Hurts plays well. If he plays well, I see them winning. But if it falls down, I don't see the Eagles winning on Sunday. So I got to go 34-17 Saints.
34-17 Saints. That's being reasonable. Joe Marks.
I feel like I said earlier about with the Saints defense and the lack of tape on Hurts, I feel like the Eagles have a puncher's chance in this game. You got to make the right punches. But I think the final score will be 27-20 Eagles.
27-20 Eagles.
On the first ranked defense of the NFL.
Woo! Rob Swabley.
I say Jalen Hurts plays pretty well, but I still think the Saints 31-17.
Okay. And Willie Guns, your prediction for tomorrow's game at 4:25 at Lincoln Financial Field.
When you look at it, the Saints are heavily favored. So, Vegas-wise, I don't know what the odds are, but I would say it's probably a 12, 14 points easily. That quarterback coming in, seems done.
Actually, it's only 7.
It's only 7?
Yeah, they're coming into the lane. So
Vegas
I mean, there's no
knows
fan.
something. Vegas probably sees Hurts being.
It actually stayed the same.
It's probably because
Carson
you're not
to
playing
Hurts.
in New Orleans. Probably because of that.
But
If it was in New Orleans, it'd probably be like 9 or 10
I'm a fan
points.
of Taysom Hill, and the Eagles have handled a scrambling quarterback well. Like, they went toe-to-toe with Lamar Jackson, and they did pretty damn good. That was a close game. It's not like he dominated us. We hung in there. So the Eagles aren't afraid
So what's your prediction?
to handle it. I would say Saints 31-27.
All right. So we have one Eagles pick and the rest Saints. Joe is out there on an island by himself. It's not the first time, right, brother?
No surprise.
All right. Let's
Love you,
let's
Joe.
transition into
You
the
know that,
Philadelphia
Joe, right?
76ers. It's been so far, it's been an interesting offseason to say the least. First and foremost, since our show's fresh back, we haven't had a chance to talk about this. Real quick, how do you feel about Brett Brown being gone? I know on our show before people have called for it.
Yeah, I love it.
I think it's time it's finally up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just talking to everybody in general.
just in general. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
You just
I think
keep
it's
it
about-
high. I love
I think it's about time.
yeah. And the other thing too is that it's been like 3 years overdue. I think they should have.
He lost the team.
Yeah,
He lost the players.
What
I think
about you,
Brett-
Will?
I don't think Brett Brown was ready to ever be a straight up
The way I
guy
said,
leads a team coach.
the way I said it a while
He's
back,
an assistant.
he was the bridge to get you from the beginning of the process to where you are now.
Yeah,
Maybe, and now Doc Rivers, maybe he's that guy. How do you feel
Yeah.
about them
Oh, I'm
bringing in?
sorry, you just said Doc
well,
Rivers.
once you have the process
Doc
set up,
Rivers is amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you a big fan of Doc Rivers?
Huge fan.
That's awesome. That's look at
Saying
him.
something about-
Joe Marks has
No.
that. I'm
No,
going to
Rob was
disagree,
gonna say
face.
something, Joe.
All right, go ahead, Rob. Go ahead.
Rob was going to say something.
We'll get to
no,
Joe.
I am a big fan of Doc Rivers too, and I'm really excited. I like some of the moves that
And
they
my
made in
brother
offseason.
usually doesn't always agree.
I think the other thing too is that when Doc Rivers will come in here and probably tell Ben Simmons to shoot more,
Joe Bayless.
maybe.
No, Doc Rivers said, "Ben, do your thing."
And that's
Joe's
that's
not
what
forcing
you
him to
need.
shoot.
Joe
You
Bayless.
understand? That's what you need. Doc Rivers said, Ben Simmons, you're already a damn star. Look at your stats.
Keep doing what you're
Look at
doing,
your-
young man.
Just keep doing that.
But
When
the-
you
but-
get
Wait.
those
So you
stats-
don't think Brett Brown was saying the same thing, and that's why he's
No,
not here anymore?
no.
I think
Brett
it's the
Brown.
opposite.
Brett Brown had a different offense. Now you got Seth Curry coming in.
Danny Green.
Danny Green.
Danny Green.
That's
We're
why.
gonna
Why-
be
We'll get to that.
We're going to be reigning.
Why do you need
greats.
another 3-point shooter?
Reigning
Curry.
greats. The NBA.
Hold on. We'll get to
is
that in a
about
second.
being
Joe.
great. And Doc Rivers is a seasoned head
Joey
coach.
doesn't like Doc Rivers. I can see Joe Bayless. What do you got to say about Doc Rivers, Joe?
Okay, so
Skip
as
Marks.
the only person that did not talk about Brett Brown, because I on
Too
this
soon.
show was the only Brett Brown apologist.
You also kept saying, and
Oh.
for the record, Joey is standing firm, and I respect that. For the record, Joey said, "Okay, I'm not against you getting rid of Brett Brown, but tell me what person you're going to bring in here to take his place. Well, they brought in Doc Rivers, Joe, so go ahead.
He hasn't won an NBA championship.
Really?
He hasn't gotten it done the way that we need to get it done. So what am I supposed to be impressed with?
The Sixers have amazing talent.
They already had that.
Rivers.
They already had that. Doc didn't bring
No.
that. Morey brought that.
Brett Brown's not a guy that can handle talent.
Did Doc
Brett
trade?
Brown builds a team up.
Did
Doc
Doc
Rivers wins a
Did
championship.
Doc trade?
Line them up.
Did Doc trade to get Seth Curry? Did Doc chair? Did he?
No, but you don't think that he had.
That was the guy from the.
You don't
Rockets.
think that he had a say?
No. Morey goes and does his own thing.
Yeah, but you don't think Doc Rivers is like? Yeah, I would really like.
But Doc works for Morey, not the other way around.
True.
It's not the other way around.
Oh, no. In that meaning, when they made Doc Rivers.
Morey is the president.
Dude, when you make Doc Rivers.
Morey is the president.
When you make
he makes all the decisions outside of ownership.
You're off on that. I understand.
No, I'm not.
No, you're right.
You want to look at the responsibilities of a president of the organization?
Okay, so you think that he bits out Doc Rivers?
No, I think he just makes his own decisions.
So you think that?
I think Doc had no say in the matter.
Are you serious?
I don't think he
Doc
had
Rivers
a say.
has to make sure that he has a great team.
Morey's going to go get the guys he wants. Bottom line, he's going to go. That's one of the reasons.
So he happened to get Doc Rivers' son-in-law.
We're going to get to it, Tom, but that's one of the reasons why we're trying to get Harden. He's trying to get his guy.
Right, Rob just said.
So you don't think that Doc Rivers said, "Listen, Seth Curry, my son-in-law, he's a good shooter.
Why not get his son?
Cared about Philly?
Why not get his son then? If you're going to go nepotism, why not get his son?
We all know that.
I mean, Steph Curry's not Steph Curry. Will.
Yeah.
Right.
Seth Curry drains.
I mean, look.
Okay.
And never
Hold
has
up.
been given.
Hold up.
Never has
Let's
been
put
given
their
time.
stats side by
Tom,
side.
I will say this,
We'll
though.
see. We'll
It's
see
a
when
Curry.
we're talking on
I'll
the
take a
show.
Curry.
Yeah.
I'll take a
I
Curry.
get what you're saying, but okay.
Maybe not Del
Eric
Curry.
Lindros or Brett Lindros.
Right.
Yeah.
Jeremy Giambi or Jason Giambi.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I get it. But you're not paying Seth Curry the same money you're paying Steph Curry.
I'm
Yeah,
using it.
I get that,
I'm using it as brothers
It's a
that
political
one is elite
Well, listen,
and the other one
listen,
is average.
There's reason
They
why.
also get cost-
There's reason why one's a starter and one's coming off the bench too.
Right.
Well, I think
Why
they'll
one's
actually start-
probably going to end up being the
Might.
greatest three-point
But
shooter
you
in
got-
NBA
but
history.
you got
Yes.
Tobias
I think they'll
Harris.
start Seth.
You got
I do.
Tobias.
Yeah.
Listen,
I do.
probably one of the best.
Oh,
Open
don't talk about
NBA
Tobias
no.
Harris.
Probably one of the best wide open 3-point shots in the NBA. Is
Oh
Tobias
my
Harris.
God. You're supporting Harris,
No, open.
or is it
Tom.
Pamela Harris,
Tom,
or is
listen
it
to me, Tom.
what Harris?
No politics on this
Tom,
show.
open. Open. You pass the ball. Big Ben's driving. He's wide open.
What's Big Ben?
Tobias Harris hitting.
Steelers, Big Ben.
But now you have Seth Curry. Tom, he's going to play shooting guard.
Where?
So now Ben Simmons can dish it out to Seth Curry, which is fast, get open. He's basically J.J. Redick with better ball handling.
Tom, can I say the
know what
coach
I'm
that
saying?
I was hoping they were going to go get?
Sure.
Because I heard this and I was like,
Wow.
okay. Because Ben's been compared to him, Jason Kidd. I was kind of hoping for a player coach. So a guy that comes in.
Doc Rivers is a player. Coach.
No, I'm saying like a former player.
Doc Rivers is a former player.
Yeah, back
Played
in
for 13.
70s.
80s. He played for 13 seasons.
Sorry. But
Jason Kidd's the 90s, dude. I mean, you know,
right,
you're
he's
talking.
younger. He
No.
can relate.
He's talking about recently. I know.
But I also
I know what he is too, but I'm hanging him on a technicality.
I'm also saying that Jason Kidd and Ben Simmons Jason Kidd can help Ben Simmons.
I don't disagree. I don't
because
We don't hold
Ben
back
has been
punches
compared
on
to
this
Jason
show,
Kidd
guys.
for his whole career.
We don't hold
So
back
I mean,
punches.
look, and I'm not saying Jason Kidd's won an NBA championship either, but I'm saying as far as developing the talent that you have.
Jason Kidd was.
Yeah, that was like the
amazing
first thing.
basketball
The first
player.
thing you brought up was that Doc
Horrible.
Rivers hasn't won a championship, and then you bring up Jason Kidd.
Dude, Jason
Right, but
Kidd
I'm
is
giving
the
you
worst
why I would bring
Right,
in Jason
right,
Kidd.
right.
What about Steve Kerr?
Agree.
Isn't he a head coach?
Steve
Yeah,
Kerr's amazing.
he's
But
still a coach.
Jason
though.
Kidd.
Yeah.
No.
I said, isn't he a head
Jason
coach?
Kidd's
Right,
not
well,
an
Golden
amazing
State.
head
Yeah.
coach, dude. He tried it for a
He's
little
he's a
while.
former player.
He
coach.
doesn't have super success at all in the right category, and that's champion.
Just remember, Doc Rivers' playoff record is not good.
But he never had this talent. The Sixers have talent. Understand? Joel
The
Embiid
Clippers
were
Didn't he
meant to
coach the
make
Clippers last year
Yeah, and the Clippers were meant to go to the NBA Finals.
and win
Yes.
by a lot? But they were picked by a lot of people.
I mean, look, they got
Doc
beat
Rivers
by
did
a
win a
good team in
championship, by the
Denver.
way.
I'm not taking anything
What?
away from
Doc
Denver.
Rivers did win a championship in
Oh.
2008.
Joe,
Celtics. He was
Joe,
with the
until
Celtics in
LeBron,
2008.
Joe,
I know.
until LeBron James retires, it is what it is. What you do in the NBA.
Well, I heard Doc Rivers lets his players get away with a lot of shit too.
Tom, tell the truth. We love the Sixers, but this year in the NBA, it's probably going to be the Lakers winning the game because you have Anthony Davis. So if we're going to talk sports, and this ain't 4 for 4, this is just straight knowing sports and watching it and do what you do and loving it the way I love it and the way Rob loves it. You love it. Anthony Davis is just a monster, and LeBron James recruited him, and he's recruiting more.
Hang on, Will.
So you're going to see probably this year players that we never really paid attention to that the Lakers are doing something and figuring shit out.
Hang on.
LeBron James is a dude. It is what it is.
Will,
they're going to win again.
Stop talking about LeBron James.
Yeah, for
once.
real.
For once, get off.
You
that
know,
bandwagon.
he's not coming here.
Stop. I thought you divorced him.
I know. This goes back
All
to the other show.
Didn't we? Yeah, we had like a whole show of
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, that's
divorce
the
and
divorce.
I
LeBron
can't
James.
wait till you
Hang
see
on.
when the Lakers win a championship.
All right, they do.
I'm a man that
You're
that
not
relies.
beating LeBron James. While
I am a man that relies on facts. James, fact check me, please.
Doc Rivers won a championship.
Oh wait,
It's-
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I was.
I was trying to host the show and Google that because I
No,
thought that
that's
he won
fine.
in
No,
08 as
that's
well.
fine.
But when I Googled it, it said he had no championships. I'm like, I could have sworn that he had one.
He won in
with the Celtics.
2008.
Yeah.
As a
And
head
he's
coach.
head coach with the Celtics in 2008.
Oh yeah.
I want to
was
say
him?
that was with
Yeah.
the big three: KG, Ray Allen. and
Yes,
yeah,
it was.
God,
It
so
was.
Pearson.
That was the
So-
first. That was the first ever. Assembling a.
Big
It's
three.
the big three.
At
Yeah.
first, I
Yeah.
thought he was
Wow.
the
This is
coach
huge,
like
dude.
later than that, but no, it's 2008.
I
Bro,
forgot
this
all
is
about
huge.
that.
Doc Rivers is the enemy, and we brought him in. This is huge.
It's
Yeah.
not like
So
Al
so was Al
Horford.
Horford. You saw
Yeah.
how that worked
It's
out.
not like Al Horford though. At least
Yeah, but
Al Horford
James
was like,
knew I was jumping right on that
Al
Horford
Horford,
thing.
Al Horford
Al
was- yeah,
Horford
that-
didn't win that championship.
No, but he was a Sixers
He
killer.
was an
Al Horford
Embiid
was
killer.
Yeah, Embiid.
He was
yeah.
an Embiid
Shut
killer.
him down.
Yeah, but Doc Rivers had Antoine Walker raining threes.
All right.
Paul
So
Pierce raining threes.
well,
You know what I mean, dude? Doc Rivers loves shooting the three.
so
Seth Curry,
wait a
man.
minute. For 3-point shooters on that team, you brought up Paul Pierce and Antoine Walker.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
Ray Allen.
And not Ray Allen.
Yeah, not Ray Allen.
The one of the top 3-point shooters in history.
Well,
Wasn't
first of
Rondo
all,
a
Ray
three-point
Allen's in a
shooter,
league
too?
of his own.
Yeah,
Tom,
yeah.
I had
So-
a rough night last night.
I know. I can tell. So can everybody watching on
But no,
Facebook
but
and
you're
YouTube.
right, though. You said Ray Allen. That's right. Because Ray Allen's fucking amazing. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
remember the game in 2013 when he
Doc
shot the game
Rivers-
6?
Yes. Go
That was a
ahead,
great.
go
That
ahead.
was a great game.
What game? What game?
Game 6, 2013, when he hit the buzzer beater. Like LeBron.
Definitely Rain Man. James is definitely Rain Man.
No, in 08,
Oh,
did they
yeah,
have
With the
wait,
stats,
wait,
with the
wait,
stats.
wait,
Dude, it's great. I love it.
in 08, did they have Kevin Garnett too?
That's the
Yes.
greatest.
Yes.
In 08?
Yeah, no, it's the first big three.
Yeah.
Paul
Well,
Pierce,
And then you
Garnett,
got Ray
and
Allen,
Ray
which is 4.
But what
No,
I'm
no,
saying
they're
is
counting
James is
Ray
right.
Allen.
That Ray
Oh, well,
Allen
Paul
three-pointer-
Pierce, Antoine
Ray
Walker.
Allen,
Antoine Walker
You
wasn't
give
part
him
of
the
the big
shot,
three.
he nails
He
it.
was a bench player.
I
He was
would
coming off
say
Yeah, but you-
three-point shooter. There's a lot of things you got to look into account. Can you create your own shot?
Yep.
That's Steph Curry.
Yeah.
But Ray Allen can do everything.
Jesus Shuttlesworth, baby.
Everything.
I think Danny Green can be like
No,
Ray Allen on
Ray
this team.
Allen was, if he catches a 3-point line, damn it, defend that shot. Damn it.
I
'Cause
hope
if
you're
you
right.
don't,
Yeah,
If
I hope
you
so.
I
don't-
hope you're right.
he's making it. What's
Kind
his
like a-
career?
of like
know.
Reggie Miller.
No, his career. What's his career percentage? We should look at
What, Ray Allen?
Ray Allen.
3-point?
3-point. It's disgusting. Maybe 42%. Maybe 43.
What is career?
But he was
average,
clutch,
Career
though.
percentage.
No, I'm saying career.
Oh,
I ain't
career.
even talking clutch, bro.
All right.
I'm talking about combined with his later years.
All right, well,
he
let's
destroyed it.
get off of NBA Live 08 and let's come back to
reality.
To the reality to 2020 here and the elephant in the room. James Harden, yay or nay? If yay, would you trade Ben Simmons for him? If nay, why? Go ahead. Go ahead. I seen its face.
I'm chomping at the
I
bit
want
here.
you to go and then Will to go right behind you.
I don't think he's going to wait, but
I don't think he's going to wait either, which is kind of why I want him to go behind you.
So I feel like you don't trade Ben to get James, and this
I
is
agree.
why. This is why.
I agree.
Because you're getting an aged player and you're losing an all-pro, young all-pro guy, and you're getting older instead of younger. Now, what would I give up to get James? Pretty much everything else except Embiid and Ben Simmons.
All right, so hold on.
Including first-round picks. I don't even care.
Hold on, here you go. So Ian checks in on Facebook. I'm going to get to you, Guns. I don't want you to think I forgot about you.
No,
He wrote Harris, Scott, Korkmaz, 22nd in the first. What is it? It was
22nd first.
22nd first, 23rd second for Harden.
Tobias Harris?
First caps, both are 41.1 mil. So this makes sense financially, is what
Well,
Ian's saying.
I heard that, and I
he's
also
out of
heard
his mind.
instead of Korkmaz,
He's
I
out of
heard
his
Bible.
mind because Tobias Harris is
No.
Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers
No.
loves shooting 3-pointers.
Harden or Harris? I'm taking Harden. Bye. Good night.
Yeah. Harden or Harris, I'm taking Harden all day. All right, Guns, give me your first off. Would you trade Simmons for Harris? Would you? I'm sorry, for Harden.
I thought that's what the question was.
It is.
So I didn't know that was about Harden. I thought that somebody was just saying give rid of Harris.
No, for Harden.
Because he's right.
He was saying there was an alternative deal.
But that guy that said
Yeah,
that
Ian.
Harris,
Yes.
James
Okay.
Harden.
So you would make that trade.
James Harden can look at you square in your eyes, dribble in the basketball, and shoot it. And I don't
Well,
care
when's he ever
where
gonna
he is
shoot?
on the court.
Not a care in the world.
I don't care.
Not a
Where
care.
What was that, James?
The Sixers never had that. The Sixers never had that. They had Allen Iverson,
I was going to
but
say.
his
I was
career
gonna say.
percentage is freaking horrible. He just shot the ball a lot, and he had
Yeah,
heart.
I don't
50
understand.
times a game, making
James
20.
Harden can no, James. This is me. This ain't you.
Okay.
He just
I
wants
was
to add
told
trying to
that
get my
this
point
would
across.
be me to talk.
He just wants to add
I just
something.
want to say
Go
something.
ahead, go ahead.
So, I'm sorry, Will, but Ben Simmons hasn't shown me shit the last 4 years. He's been passing so much, and quite frankly, I'm tired of it. I think if you had the open opportunity to get James Harden here, I'm trading James
Whoa.
for Ben Simmons.
Okay,
End of
so
story.
Whoa, I
I
like it,
disagree.
James.
so
I disagree
I
too, but I like it.
disagree.
I like the fire.
I like the fire, but
I could go years on telling you why you're really like off. Like it's
What do you mean?
fine.
What's he done?
I mean, first of all,
This is
Ben
great. James is
Simmons-
coming after Will.
Ben Simmons is really fucking tall,
Yeah, but he can't shoot.
but he can defend. He can rebound. He can pass the football. Not the football.
Good
He
Lord.
can pass the basketball.
maybe he could replace
but
Carson
the
Wentz.
other thing too is
I
that
mean, he probably could be a great quarterback. Dude, Ben Simmons is LeBron James.
Oh, Jesus.
LeBron.
Here we
listen,
go.
LeBron
and
James.
the games begin.
Because right now, LeBron James runs the NBA, dude. Whatever he says goes.
Yeah,
He probably runs it more than I've ever seen any other NBA player run. And then Dwight, listen. But I
Going to renew their vows.
I didn't mention the heart and soul of the Sixers, and it's Joel Embiid.
well, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you got.
I like to thank
Oh,
Will for that.
wait.
shout.
Wait, I know why Will's on the
Off the
LeBron
ball,
wagon. Because LeBron just won a title.
But you guys,
So he's got the gold digger
but you guys
mentality.
didn't hear the end of this. If I have an opportunity to trade Ben Simmons for James Harden, I would do it.
Yeah,
Whoa.
who-
Okay.
Who wouldn't? You know what I mean?
I wouldn't.
I mean,
No, I'll tell you why.
I'd trade anybody else, but
Ralph.
I'm not like Joey
Ralph.
said.
Ralph.
I'm not trading.
Yeah,
not
fucking
trading-
look,
not trading Ben
loyalty
Simmons.
Loyalty doesn't win you championships. Okay?
That's
If
not
you
being
have a
loyal,
chance
asshole.
To have James Harden Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons on the same team with Dwight Howard and Embiid are best friends? Yes. Yes, I bring James Harden in. James Harden, he's undefendable.
Okay.
James Harden
Okay.
destroys
How
shit.
would you like to have Ben Simmons, Embiid, and
What the
James
fuck?
Harden?
What is it? What the fuck has Ben Simmons done for me?
Yeah,
He's
So he's basically a great
Only
receiver.
one,
I agree,
only
Will.
one Rookie of the Year.
Shit.
Yeah,
Made
only.
All Pro. You know what do you want the guy to do?
Shoot the ball.
Shoot the damn
He-
ball.
the only thing he
That's
left.
what he
Joey,
wants.
He almost
I'm playing devil's advocate.
He's
a
third on.
liability
He's
when you
third
stick the
all time
rest
with
of the
double
team.
career double doubles.
He's a
Yeah.
liability when you
I
stick
know.
the rest of the team.
Third all
And they're,
time.
That's
the
all.
there
only
goes
person's
Ben.
mic I have to turn down is Will.
Yeah.
Will
Well, he's
screw-
close too.
Screw the 3-point because Ben
But
Simmons
why
is there
would he
tell
need
them
to
say
shoot a
that.
3-pointer if Harden's here?
Because he's not making himself dangerous.
He'd be dangerous either way.
That's right, Iceman.
How many
Either
championships
way.
does he have?
Yo, did you forget James Harden knows how to throw that alley oop?
One thing he doesn't know how to do very well is play defense.
Ben Simmons.
Well,
Right, you know how to play defense?
No,
You know what I'm really
No.
tired
no.
of?
and I never said that.
Isn't James Harden going to be my shooting guard if I get him?
True.
What the hell did JJ Redick do except run around like
Ooh,
a bat out of hell?
It's
James
true.
Harden
It's
can
true.
create his own shot.
Yes, he can.
Redick couldn't do that. So James Harden, if you have an opportunity to get James Harden, you trade Ben Simmons. Sorry, Ben.
Yeah.
I
Plus,
love you. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big fan, but go ahead. I got James Harden with Joel Embiid, Dwight Howard, Tobias Harris, Seth Curry. Sorry, that's the way it is.
We'll throw Seth Curry in there like you said.
Yeah.
just
I
garbage.
love Seth Curry.
That's an opinion, and you're entitled to it.
We'll see, bro. You'll see.
I can't wait to see.
Dude,
I'm looking forward to see what Danny
bro.
Green does, man.
Understand
I'm
something.
looking forward to
James
Dwight Howard.
Harden.
Yeah,
I'm
nobody
looking forward
even
to Dwight
mentioned
Howard
Danny
coming off the
Green.
bench.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
I
too.
want
Superman.
honestly.
I didn't even mention Danny Green. Look at that.
Look,
Danny Green.
let me put something in perspective. Harden hasn't shot under 34% in his career from 3-point range. Under 34%.
That's crazy.
Disgusting.
Under.
Disgusting.
So the guy's going to hit threes.
Yeah, he is.
I don't care if Simmons doesn't take a shot from beyond the arc at all if
Yeah.
Harden's here.
Exactly.
And
Harden
Joe.
is going to go, oh, you don't want to shoot, young buck? That's okay.
I would love to have
That's
James
okay.
Harden here. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not trading Ben Simmons for
Right.
him.
I would trade.
If you don't have to get rid of Ben Simmons, why do it?
So understand something. If you had Harden, Ben Simmons, and Embiid, that is probably the best big three
Yes.
in the
Well,
East.
if you're championship,
And that's not
now,
and that's not
And
included.
that's including Durant
Joe,
and
Kyrie.
Kyrie.
Joe,
Yeah.
You and Rob both brought up a good point. If it's championship now, you go for Harden. If you're going for longevity, eventually get
Haven't
more
we waited long
championships
enough?
and Hall of Fame status and stuff.
The process is what, 7 years old now?
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
haven't
I
we
was
waited
a
long
senior in
enough?
high school.
Okay, but what I'm saying, then that means you get James Harden.
But why
If Ben Simmons don't win your
why get
championship
rid of
now,
Ben Simmons when you could have Bofa?
It's true. Both of them.
If James Harden really wants an NBA championship, he comes to the Sixers. And Ben Simmons is known.
He's already said he wants to come to the Sixers.
Yeah, he already said it.
Well, then I'm all for 2 first-round picks.
I don't care about the first
Yeah,
round
I think he's
picks.
going to want more than that, but
I'll
they're
do 2
they're going to want more than that.
Just
Look
don't
at
be
it.
like Howie Rose.
Look at the three.
They're going to want Court Maz.
Look at the 3 first-round picks in the
Court Maz
last
can go.
3 years.
Court Maz ain't going to get enough court time, so I would let Court Maz go, and I would do 2 first-round
Yo,
picks.
what
You
does-
have to get James
What does
Harden.
James Harden play? Like 42 minutes a game?
Look at the last 3 years of first-round picks for the Sixers. They're not like crazy.
He 35 minutes a game.
Joe,
He averaged the most on his team. last year.
Exactly.
You know this and I know this. They got Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard in
A
his
gym rat.
past, in his past was
Right. Key word
No.
in his past.
Superman. No, but listen.
But Joe,
Rob just said
Joe, now he's a captain,
and
Joe.
he's close to Embiid.
He's going to whip Embiid's ass
Dwight
into shape,
Howard,
I think.
I would
Every
love
time
to
they
work
played,
out
though,
with
Embiid
Dwight
would
Howard.
smash him.
I would love to work.
Yeah, but
Dude,
the,
Embiid's a monster.
I know.
just imagine if he hit the gym.
Him working out with
And
Dwight Howard.
let me bring something else up. If Simmons and Harden are on the same team, everyone who's a critic of Ben Simmons not shooting the three, who do you think is going to teach Ben Simmons how to shoot the three? Who better? Who better? Go ahead. You could say it. But guess what? Harden's going to have him on his
Joe,
the whole season long.
I agree, Joe.
Yeah, but wouldn't
Tom,
we talked about this before. Bring in a 3-point guru. Harden is the 3-point guru.
So is
he's clutch.
Look at your switch. JJ Redick.
Why do you keep bringing up JJ
Redick was a
dude?
3-point guru.
Yes, but
this is what
streaky, but 3-point guru.
Who's James Harden and JJ Redick are two different leagues.
Yeah,
right.
JJ
You
Redick
can't compare apples and oranges.
because what I'm telling you with the Sixers,
It's like apples and carburetors.
No,
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Tom, you know what we have done. We had JJ Redick as our shooting guard, right? Now you got James Harden. James Harden don't need to run around screens. James Harden,
Because he can create. He
He
can
can
create.
create his own
damn
shot.
basketball. So if you got him and he's dribbling it, he's going to either find the open man or he's going to do his thing. The step back.
And
three.
then are you going to complain, James, when Simmons does that no look pass to James Harden for 3, and you say, "Oh, he's passing too much." Oh yeah, but look who he's passing
Yeah,
to.
but
Well, then,
I just want him to shoot the
A lot
damn
of fire
basketball.
on the
That's
show
all.
today.
Well,
I like
He
it.
doesn't have to.
No, Rob, you're right.
He doesn't have to
No, I mean,
shoot.
because
He can get rebounds.
You don't have to shoot
I
if you
understand
get James
that.
Harden.
Yeah.
Trade this year's
What do you-
first and next year's first. I don't care. If you get James Harden
And a couple
you
players.
can compete against LeBron James. You can compete against Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
You can compete against
Anybody.
Anybody in the
Anybody.
league,
You probably have a better shot being Boston.
you'll probably be one of the best teams
trade
in the
your
league.
2
Yeah.
first. I'll trade 3.
I don't
If
care.
you let me, I'll trade
don't care.
3 for James Harden.
But the
right
NBA,
now.
though, don't you have to stagger them? So it would have to be.
No, well, you can't
We-
do back-to-back
You can't
years.
do back-to-back years. You have to stagger them. So
So it'd be 21,
that's
23, and 25.
25.
Oh, there you go. I did
Wow.
not know that.
And not only that, James Harden respects Doc Rivers.
How do you know?
Doc Rivers.
Yeah, how do you know?
Because.
Where's your sound clip? Back this information.
Because in the NBA,
Oh wait, I got a clip right here.
James Harden is just like us. He's a basketball fan at heart. He plays the game, but he's also a fan.
I'm a lot of things, but I'm not like James Harden. I
know-
can't hit a 3 like that.
You know,
I think I can.
yeah, but my thing is
You're James. You're just not James Harden.
No, no.
you
No, seriously,
James,
true story. I was
James,
really good at my
don't
grade
want to
school years
go.
with a
You
three-point
don't
shot.
want to go when you're James Harden.
Yeah.
James Harden is at the top of his game in the NBA. He is the most difficult guy to defend
Let's not forget,
because
James
he can do a
Harden.
step back three.
James
He can drive
Harden,
on you.
the last 2
He's
years,
a team player, and he'll get to the fucking basket, unlike Ben.
the
Yeah.
last 2 seasons, James Harden has been the
He don't like
finalist for
Ben, does he?
MVP.
I hate
He's
him.
been finalist for MVP 2 years
I
in
don't
a
like
row.
him.
Wow.
So I don't know how that's like. I don't know why that's like a.
It's a
brain
no-brainer.
explosion.
Yeah, it's a
Joe,
no-brainer.
if you and I were,
But Joe, I don't think you get rid of Ben at that extent.
No,
but
because
Joe,
I think
you
Ben's
could
a
have
future
yes,
MVP player.
exactly.
I know you play video games, you play sports.
Yes.
So
Why?
when it comes down to this, and you know that the Houston Rockets put James Harden on the trade block, and you're able to give whatever you got to give,
Yeah,
as long as it doesn't affect your starting lineup, not your bench, your starting lineup. You go and get James Harden. He's on the trade block. You're offered something. What do you offer? You're offering the 2 first rounds? You offer the first and the second? Are you just saying
I got
to
James Harden right
basically
here. What are you
Houston,
giving me? James Harden.
Joe, are
I
you
got
just-
James Scorza.
but Tom,
Giving me for James
but
Scorza.
Tom, are you saying
I gave him enough
Houston,
that he can't
what do you
refuse.
want?
Well-
And that's the only way the trade goes down. That's how I handle it. If I'm a GM, I walk in and sit down
Well,
and say, what do you
I'll
want?
tell you this:
What do you want? You're not getting my
the right
stuff.
person-
Billy Bean, dude.
the right
What do you
person's
want?
in
James
as president to get
Willie
the job
Bean.
done. If you want Harden, we got the right person in the office. If we want that done, we got the right person there
That's true.
because he already has a personal relationship
And
with
not only
Harden.
that, what kind of pull does James Harden have with the Rockets?
Doesn't
It
they
doesn't.
just traded Westbrook? It's
Yeah.
No,
abandoning
but
shit.
what I'm saying is
Man overboard.
yeah, but that's him. That's not James Harden.
No, that's the Rockets. They're abandoning shit.
He had a lot of endorsements. He made a lot of money with jerseys. Like, are they
He
just
wants
a
to
piece
win.
of shit organization? Because if you do James Harden dirty, no players will want to come to your team.
Speaking of
So you
endorsements,
got to look out for.
Fantees. I'm going to jump in this before I forgot. Fanties, 20% off if you use the Edge of Philly Sports promo code. It's just Edge of Philly. Like I said, it's around Christmas time. They do make great holiday gifts for the sports fan in your house. And to go along with that great T-shirt, why not get yourself some Edge of Philly Sports hats? There's 4 different colors to choose from. $19.99. Get your Edge of Philly Sports hats for the Christmas holiday. Along with that, let's talk about some of the other shows on the network before we get out of here. The Broad Street Bullies podcast. Those guys are hilarious. They have fun, but they do bring the knowledge. Bird's IQ. You're not going to get more of an in-depth breakdown than those guys on Bird's IQ. And the Philly Press Box Radio with Jimmy Chechesko and Bill Furman. And these guys, you can catch those guys on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. The Broad Street Bullies are on Sundays at 8 p.m. And Bird's IQ is on Sundays at 7 p.m. And, of course, I can't forget Edge of Philly Sports. They're on Wednesday nights at 9:30. And you can't forget those guys over at Lax Philly. Like I said, if you follow lacrosse, Kyle Guilfoy, if you're out there listening, these are the guys that you want to, your go-to guys for all of your lacrosse knowledge. With that,
I do want to send some love to our brethren at 4th and John. I was on their show the other day.
nice.
Thanks, guys, for having me on, and look forward to talking to you guys soon.
Awesome. Well, listen, we could go on for another 5 hours on all this talk, but we just want to shout it out. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, for listening. We appreciate you. For James Scorza, Joe Marks, Rob Swavely, and Willie the Machine Guns, I'm Tom Kelly. This is the Pattison Ave Phanatics Show, and we are out.
Later.